Hello, hello, it's Kim Corallo. Shut the front door too. We are a wreath, door hanger, vintage gift store. We are out of Lexington, Kentucky, and today we have a haul video for you. These are all things that we found at our local Goodwill, and that thrills me because listen guys, I didn't have a lot of time. My husband just had knee replacement surgery. I only got to go out thrifting one time, and it was to Goodwill, and I literally had stopped shopping Goodwill because I haven't found anything at Goodwill, at our local Goodwill, probably since October of last year. So I thought we wouldn't even have a video for this week, but here we are. I found some great stuff, and I'm here to show what I found and tell you why I picked it up. And let's get started with this beauty. This is definitely old, definitely vintage. I don't know. I know it wouldn't have had a lid, but I really don't know what it would have been used for. Maybe a celery dish, possibly. I picked it up because I thought it would look great on a vanity holding makeup brushes. I thought it was super cute. The hand painting is still pretty good. Some of the leaves have worn a little bit, but I loved the design. It is not crystal, it is pressed glass. However, it is stunning, and I was happy to be able to get my hands on it. Picked up a little bit of pottery. I will literally always pick up pottery, but when it's signed, I never pass it up. I haven't done any research, so I don't know anything about this particular piece, but the size is good. It's just a little weed pot, which just means you know, it's a one stem kind of thing, or just a decorative piece. Or this one could actually probably be used for incense. I'm not exactly sure because I'm not sure how incense burned down. I'm not sure about that, but that's what came to mind. So that's what I said. Look at these. Well, there's only one, but I did find two. They are votive and or, what do you call those candles? Pillar candles, candle holders. These are actually crystal. I have had mixed reviews. I did do some research to find out if I found something really good. I think they're good. Anything that has multi-purpose, plus they're just interesting, and I love the indents, but the reviews were, or the information was kind of all over the place. I'm gonna have to dig deeper, but I was pretty thrilled to find these. Candlesticks are always a win because they're so useful, and even if people aren't using them for candlesticks to burn, they are using them for displays, and so it is always fun when you can find candlestick holders. Look at that cute little pot. It is brass. It has a black iron handle with the details and the feet. I thought it was just really fun, and of course probably my mind goes to stick a plant in it, but I also think it's very interesting. It would look good on a shelving unit. I think just interesting on its own, I should say. Kind of gives me a little bit of some fall vibes, but stuff like this can be used year round. I think it would be really fun to put like maybe a fern in it. So I don't really like to buy things that are particularly just seasonal things. I actually did, and I don't think I brought it out. I did buy a tray that was fused glass that has some leaves on it. And I normally probably wouldn't buy something that I'm gonna hold over, but honestly, I thought it was just so beautiful that I think I'm gonna stick it into the booth now and just see if someone thinks it's beautiful as well. I found a fairy lamp. Guys, this is the first time I have found one this big. I love this green color mixed with this milk glass base. Now the piece did have a little bit of a chip, so I won't put this on Etsy. I will stick this in the booth. I'm convinced that folks don't read the listings on Etsy. I've never had anyone tell me that. I've never had a bad review. I just feel like sometimes they just don't, and they see something, they want it, they click, and I just would hate for someone to feel disappointed about that. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have picked it up if I had noticed it. But in the booth, you know, I can write on the tag as found, and then it's visible. Someone can find it and they can pass, or they can get it if they want it for their collection. Art is always a win for me. And I loved this painting. This is oil painting on a round piece of wood. It does have quite a bit of age to it, and I just thought it was well done. Yes, I was gonna say it's not signed. It's signed with initials here, but I really liked it. And the size is really good for all the places. You can stick this on a gallery wall. You can also put this on an easel and an entryway table. You could put this on a shelving unit. Possibilities are endless with that if you like paintings and that round shape. That was something that I was really drawn to, because honestly, you don't see that very often. And so it was really fun to see it. A little pedestal dish. Anything on a pedestal catches my eye. Anything green catches my eye. This would be a cute soap dish in a bathroom. It would also be really cute to just have on a shelving unit. I could see this on a stack of books. You could actually use this to put a pillar candle. And I think I said that these were pillar candles. Actually, they're taper candles. I don't know. I lose my words sometimes when I get on here. Anyway, I think there's multiple uses for this cutie, and I loved it. It's got that chinoiserie Asian kind of flair. Really fun, especially that green color. You hear me say all the time that I love blue and white, but it is really popular and common in my area. So when I can find that style that has a little bit of a different flair, I'm really drawn to it. I also thought this was cute. I have no idea if this is very old or not, but I thought that, you know, this cat tape dispenser would be a fun addition for someone's desk, especially a cat lover. And I am telling you, people love cats. They love little figures. They like dogs too, but cats seem to be a really popular figural type of thing for me. And this might be the very best thing. This is one of two. I did find two. It is a votive candle holder, and this is glass made by Costa Boda, and the weight, the clarity, the beauty, just so nice, just so beautiful. And honestly, I will probably load these up to the Etsy store. They're not up there yet, and that is something I'm going to try to do from now on. The things that are on Etsy, I'm going to try to have them on there for you guys, so that if you see something that you want, you can go straight there. A lot of times the things do go to the booth, and I've explained before that having booth spaces and a salon and the Etsy store, it just takes a lot of stuff, and I can't put everything on Etsy. But these, I think, would do well there, and I think that they'll go up. Again, I'm having a hard time because I don't really oftentimes want to keep a lot of glass, but these I love. I don't know what it is about it. They're just beautiful. So I don't know. What is that? I don't know what I'm going to do with them. How about that? Because I can't think of what I was going to say. Look at this. I don't even know what this is. It's a dish of some kind. I do not know the maker. I do know that it is carnival glass. I do know that this is stretch glass, and I do know this is pretty old. I actually haven't done any research, but I think this one's a pretty special piece. There are some minor scratches on the base, or maybe not scratches, but just wear from where it had been actually used. It's a bowl of some kind, but I don't know what it would have been used for. But I think that it would just be so nice on a shelf. I mean, the whole thing to me just is so stunning and pleasing to the eye that just on its own, not used for anything, is exactly how I would use it. Okay, let's see here. Oh, if I don't break it. Fourth of July, red, white, and blue, Americana type items, those are things that I don't really ever pick up. I do seasons at the booth. I do seasons for our handmade business year round, but for the booth, vintage type of items, I really look for Christmas things and some fall Halloween things. But outside of that, we don't do a whole lot. For one thing, I don't find a whole lot, so it makes it easy not to do it. But if it doesn't sell, I don't really have any desire to store it. But this 70s groovy vibe that this was putting off, I just couldn't not get it. Now, I don't know what year this would be. It could be 60s, 70s, even 80s. But it is a napkin utensil holder, so the purpose would be really, really useful. And it would also, I think, be a really fun thing for 4th of July, Memorial Day, honestly, any time that birthday parties, anything that you want a red, white, and blue kind of theme. Flower pots are always something I'm drawn to. This one was just a no-brainer. It's Portugal made. The size of it is really good. The colorway on it is fun. And I like that fleur-de-lis on there. I thought it gave really fun interest. And so that one went right into the cart. I told you guys I found some stuff, and Goodwill has not been delivering for us for quite some time, so I was thrilled. I picked this up, and I know it's probably for crackers. It probably at one time had a glass insert, possibly. I just thought it was so cool. For one thing, I'm always thinking outside the box. The thing that came to mind that made me pick it up was on a desk for someone to put their pens and pencils in. You know, we usually have our pens and pencils coming out of like a cup or something and doing upright. So I thought to have them this way would be fun as well. And it would just be a conversation piece and really look fun on a desk. You could use it for crackers for parties. You could also use it for makeup brushes. So I did think that it's not something that I'm probably going to have to put some pencils or something in it so that someone will know. Otherwise, I don't know how many people entertain and bring out fancy things for crackers these days. If I entertained more, I would. That's my favorite thing. Dishes, things like that. It's my very favorite thing. So I oftentimes have to think of other ways to use it because I just don't entertain. Figurines are another thing that I have never really been into ever. My mother was. I mean, she had some things, but when I find things that are interesting like this, that have flowers or butterflies and the colorways are good and there's no damage, it's just an interesting piece to stick into a vignette or a shelving unit. And so I'll usually pick them up if they're priced at a price point where I can also price them at a price point that folks don't mind picking them up. So that's the reason why I picked up that little cutie. Ginger jars, on the other hand, I've got this taped down. I did check it to make sure that the lid wasn't broken. Ginger jars, on the other hand, are something I always pick up. And especially when the colorway is a little bit different than just the blue and white. Not that I don't like blue and white. I use blue and white in my home. I pick up blue and white, but I really love it when it's a little bit different. And I really liked these colors. I thought these colors were super fun and bright, and I can't get past kind of thinking about spring. We've had a winter around here, as a lot of folks have, and I like winter, so I'm not trying to push it away. I like winter, I like cold weather, but I do have my mind sort of set on spring and summer. This is a cloisonne brass elephant, and the size of him is just good. People love elephants. I love cloisonne. This mixes in really well with that chinoiserie style. It mixes in with any kind of a brass, and the colorway on it was good. It has, you know, I don't know if it's coming through. It's kind of like a dark turquoise, maybe a teal color. It's got some blue in there and some green, and then the brass detail and the white here on the side. But I thought he was super fun, and I was happy to find him. Now, some things like that, I don't find that kind of thing a lot, but I usually never pass it up if I do find it. I know nothing about these glass candlesticks. I just thought they were cool. I don't think they're particularly old, as in maybe not even truly vintage, but I can put these in the booth. I love the way, the shape of them. I thought they were sleek and sexy, and I really liked the colorway too. I like that blue and then the clear. I did find two. I'm using plural terms here, but I usually just grab one out for the video just to make it a little bit easier. Anyway, I think these are really fun, and they hold a taper candle. Ooh, I remembered that word. Let me show you this little guy. This is a salt cellar. There's only one, and I would have probably left this 100 times, but this is a little hand-painted salt cellar, probably German. There are no markings, but it had its little spoon, and its little spoon is silver, and I just couldn't leave it, and I'm glad I didn't. This is likely to not go anywhere. This is likely to stay with me just for a minute, just because of the colorway. I don't know. I think it's just really stunning. The person that I think is going to love this is the person that actually collects salt cellars. And there are those people out there, because it's just a one-off. And so it's probably going to be a long-tailed thing. It's probably not going to sell very fast. I'm probably going to have to put it online to get more eyes on it. However, I thought I probably want to hold on to it just for a minute anyway, just because I never see this kind of thing. And this is probably antique, and I don't know, I just loved it. I just loved it. So there we go on that. And then a little ironwood owl, hand carved, really cute, very, very fun. This is an item that could do well in any of the spots, and those are my favorite items. Sometimes I'll pick up, you know, more of a modern thing. I can't put this on my Etsy store. It has to be 20 years old or older. Now, when I do research, I might find that these are, but I don't think they are. They look more modern to me. Now, I can put these in the booth spaces. I also can put these into the salon, but I like when I find things that I don't have to think about. I know that there's a market no matter where I put it, and this little guy fits that. But sometimes you have to, if you need items, you have to buy other things. And sometimes that's what happens, is you get other things that maybe wouldn't do super great in other areas. This little guy is just a hobbyist piece, and has the little JF initials in there, and he probably wouldn't do great anywhere except for the booth, but he'll look really good sitting on a stack of books, and I really liked him, so he wasn't gonna stay. Plus, handmade items to me, I don't know. I'm just really drawn to them. I think that they earn special credits. I mean, people that have that kind of talent, to me, is amazing. Well, let's just look at this cutie patootie. Now, this is just a trinket box, and the shape on it, the colorway on it, and probably, again, not super old. It did have a sticker at one time, but somebody took it off. So it's not new because of the sticker on the bottom, but I don't think it's anything super special. Like, it's not a Limoges or anything like that, but it is fun, and the colorway on it was good, and there are no chips or cracks, and that would look really cute in a little girl's room. So came home with me right into the cart, and let's see. Oh, look at these cuties, little owls. These are soapstone owls, and they're made from someone, I'm gonna say Canada, but I should have written that down because I've already forgotten. I did do some research on these, and these are collectibles, so I went ahead and picked them up. Owls are kind of a fun collectible animal. You know, I said cats earlier, cats and dog figures, owls, elephants, and I'm sure there are others, but those are some of the four that have always done pretty well for me. Last item, and probably my favorite item. Look at that beautiful plate. You know, plates are something that, this is a decorative plate, and has tape on it from the tag, I guess. Anyway, plates are something that I love. I love them on a shelving unit. I love them on a vignette. They are some of my very favorite things. But these older plates are getting harder and harder to find in good condition. This one did have an under chip that isn't even rough, so I almost feel like it could be manufactured. This is German pheasant plate, and the colorway on it with this blue, I think this is something that you can put in, you know, plenty of settings. I think sometimes with pheasants, I think of fall and Thanksgiving and that season, hunting season. However, it is a vibe year-round, and it would look good in a study. It would look good in an office. It would look good in a shelving unit, and I would put this up right now and proudly display it, no matter that it is winter coming on to spring. Guys, that is all we have for you today. We hope that you have the very best day, and we will talk to you really soon.